so it's past the 5th in trials. And you know what that means. New content, and the big thing that's as part of this game, FMX stunts. Hold back on that right joystick and boom, pull Superman, hit the first challenge. Today, we're covering the challenges on Cliffhanger. The first one was pretty simple. Just tap a stunt, boom, no problem, you got that. Just have to do it at that point over the river doing the Superman, which is really easy to do. Next up is Secret Agent. So to do this one, it's one of those, you gotta find something special in the map. You have to find the secret facility, get inside of it, and then navigate it to completion. This took me a while. Oh, there it is, by the way, on the right side of the screen. After this jump, that red domed building, that's the secret facility. To get inside of it, you go over here, hit that bundle of wires with your back tire rather, and then you back it up. After you back up, go down the ramp, you gotta take it kinda slow, you can fall into the secret facility. Once you're in, it takes you to this. This takes me back to some old school like RPGs where you just look at a dungeon, walk through it, like, oh, you can go right or left here, what's your choice? And it was surprising. I wasn't expecting this. I was expecting some type of like crazy jumping puzzle or some crazy like doing insane amounts of stunts, but nope, it's a maze. So yeah, I'm going to speed this up. If anybody would like my full video of just me walking around this maze, let me know so you can try to follow it. But I just kind of blunder around a bit. You end up going from like green walls to blue walls to red walls. And when you get near those red walls, you know you're near the exit. And once you're done, it spits you right back out where you went in. So in theory, you can do all 3 challenges of this map on a single run, which, you know, if you can manage that, I'm impressed with you. The final challenge is Unyielding 2. 0 faults, no leaning. To do this, you gotta take it as a systematic approach. Look at each jump individually and try and figure out how to do it. So the first one, you have 2 options. You can accelerate, you can brake, or sit there. Braking and sitting there tends to have the best effort. Once you land, you need to hit like a half accelerator just so you make it over those 2 bumps without wiping out. Because, you know, that happens sometimes. The brake, you just bounce a little bit. So here it is, braking, half accelerating, no big deal, just taking these jumps simple. The next couple jumps, anybody can do. Half accelerate all the way through it. When you get to the jump, slam the accelerator so your bike rocks back, so your back tire ends up down and your nose points up. Then you hit this. This is the first jump that's a little bit challenging. So, again, you gotta take this systematically. The best thing to do is when you do this map, just go through the stunts. If you get one you're stuck on, keep getting a bunch of faults and go back over and over again until you figure out what to do. It's kind of similar to the rest of them. You stop at the checkpoint or go slow, and then you half accelerate to a full accelerate through it. And then the rest of the jumps after that are very similar. Just slow, steady jumping, controlling your nose, like we did in the last Unyielding, and it's no problem until you hit this. This you gotta be really careful with your nose there. You have to just check it a lot. That one's gonna take a bunch of trials, not a big deal, but it's gonna happen. Once you master that one, this one's another huge hurdle. Not the first jump, but this second wee little half pipe is gonna give you a lot of shit because it's gonna want to make you like just nosedive or backflip or fall short. And the final really hard jump that you're probably want to do, actually, you know what? You're not gonna have to do much practice on it. I had to do a bunch of attempts on this jump just because I couldn't quite figure out how to make it like dependably land on the tires and not flip out. Because I did a bunch of runs where I got to this point, like no prob, I've made it perfectly, and then stuff like this happens where you lose it. So after a bunch of attempts, I tried gunning it, tried going slow. That jagged branch is what always got me. It kept catching my back tire with going slow, and going fast wasn't dependable enough to do on a 0 fault run. Then while I was attempting it, just trying to get some faults, trying to figure it out, I noticed if you gun it, you do a backflip. So I kept trying, and I realized this is the only dependable way, because it takes everything away. You're just holding the button, and then you let it go mid-flip, and you're perfect. It works every time. Well, at least 99% of the time. Once you've gone through, and you've kind of mastered, or at least have a vague idea of how to do every stunt, then we can tie it all together. So here it is. This is my 0 fault run. Just let it fall in the beginning, give it half throttle for those first couple bounces. Then going through here, just half throttle, full throttle at the top of the jump to keep the nose up. It's pretty simple. Slowing down a little bit there just so I can get a steady throttle all the way through that large jump. Again, pretty straightforward. Just follow that same technique for like 4 of these jumps in a row, even this big one. Full throttle right there, and just keep that nose up. Tap the brake in the air if you need to bring it down, but you probably shouldn't have to. At this point, I was feeling confident, but not so confident that I forgot my own advice. Take it back, kind of go slow, always go slow, have lots of patience, and just do it one jump at a time. Back up again, not a big deal, go forward, perfect. At this jump here after the checkpoint, line your front tire in that crevice right there, and then just rail on the gas. And look at that. Perfect, backflip, no lean control, you land it, you just glide through the air, boom, up this ramp, super simple, land it, tap brake if your nose is too high, and you're done. Man, that was stressful, took a long time, go for a dip.